What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more of the Chameleons. Thank you once again to Stuart for providing this band's material and for being very patient as I've worked my way back around to some material that was shared long ago and I'm only just beginning to react to now. And we're continuing with their 1983 debut album, The Script of the Bridge, though as I think I mentioned for the reaction to Don't Fall, that tune, along with one other on this album, Less Than Human, were originally released on a 1982 EP in shreds. So my only question is, are the recordings of these two songs the same for In Shreds and Script of the Bridge, or did they re-record them for their debut album? In either case, the next tune on this album is Here Today, which when I read it just now made me think of the larger expression here today, gone tomorrow, and if that is relevant, of course it speaks to impermanence, the transitory nature of all things, certainly biological creatures like ourselves and our affairs, and perhaps implicitly it might then speak to the concept of carpe diem, gather ye rosebuds while ye may, the idea that if we don't take our opportunities in our brief period of life, then it will be too late. So I wonder if any of the lines will be running in that direction. I'll try to catch what I can. This is the Chameleons. The tune is Here Today, and it's from their 1983 album, Script of the Bridge, or The Script of the Bridge.
Left
Quite haunted there, especially at the end. So, okay, number one, sonically, it's melancholy, maybe even a bit psychedelic and echoed, and feels very moody or like brooding, even. It reminded me perhaps a little bit of some of the early Cure material, definitely a bit of a post punk vibe, maybe even very early Echo and the Bunnymen. But as I said, very melancholy and almost, what's the right word? Not lifeless, but like resigned to the ephemeral nature of our lives. And indeed, I think that is at least part of it. So I heard the line like your life flashing before you, which, people talk about at the end of your life, but also if your life is flashing by, then that means it feels like from the beginning to the perceived end, it doesn't feel like a lot of time has passed. It just shot by and oops, that's it. It's over. It's too late to do anything. So I feel like maybe that concept is at play. And I mean, near the end, he was saying here today. And so, yeah, I feel like the idea of transience is some part of this, but also those lines that like, someone lost their mind tonight. I don't know what happened, but I don't think I'm going home tonight. I don't quite know how to integrate those, and it feels like there's maybe a more specific narrative here that I didn't quite catch on a first listen, maybe in part because some of the vocals are echoic and a bit, like hazy, a bit psychedelic. But yeah, I enjoy it. It's brooding, it's jaded. I feel like not lifeless, but jaded. That's like the vibe I got from the sonics and what I caught from the vocals. So it feels like a concept piece. And I do think, as I said, here today, gone tomorrow is at least some part of this. Oh, my eye. I really have something in my eye through this whole reaction, which is not ideal. But yeah, like again, I'm very new to their music, only 2 songs under my belt, so as we go along with this album and beyond, I'll try to get a sense for how center lane this is for them, or if they have, some different flavors and, this is just kind of one of their styles, or if this is, as I said, sort of like what to expect from them. In any case, I enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to more. Do let me know what you think. Thank you again to Stuart, and I will see you for the next one. Peace.